Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 4th episode of the 5th season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So interesting, in the last episode, we seen the first time Sheldon displayed a little bit of jealousy, and it all stemmed from the fact that, you know, Amy wanted to invite Leonard to a wedding. I can't remember now if she actually initially invited Sheldon. He didn't actually want to go, but it ended up being obviously Leonard as a date, and they went and they danced, and you know, they had a good time, to be honest. And it was good in terms of their friendship, because Leonard's always you know, he's always a little bit, I won't say off, but he's never really taken to Amy the way the girls kind of have. And it's good that they had a bonding session and they getting closer together. But at the end of the episode, when he come back to the apartment and he was telling Sheldon about all the antics and all the fun that they had, you know, you could see that Sheldon did get a little bit jealous, and he ran over and he actually hit him, which is quite funny. Also, Sheldon had an obsession with trains last episode. He had his hat on, he had you know, he set out, he was going for it, and you know, a typical train lovers do. If you see people in real life who start loving trains, they get absolutely obsessed. There's a British guy on Instagram who loves it. He's always going around filming himself, buzzing every time one drives past and toots its horn. You know, people absolutely love them, and Sheldon does look like the type of person that would be proper into that. Also, interestingly, you know, Bernadette tried to stay over at Howard's mum / Howard's house for a couple of days to see if she would be able to basically live there if them two was to move in together once they get married. And you know, at first she didn't really like it, wasn't really getting on, but then she started to morph kind of into his mum as well, you know, bringing him breakfast in bed, shouting, talking the way they do. And you know, you change with your environments, don't you? I'm not too sure what house they're going to live in. You know, you'd think that you would have all that put in place before you actually get married. Are they going to stay with his mum? I think they are going to, but it's going to be an adaptive period, so that's going to be interesting as well. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you do. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
The entrance to the dungeon is a moss-covered door, face to face with a hideous, foul-smelling, moss-covered ogre. What do you do?
I say, hey, Ma, what's for dinner?
The ogre is amused by your joke and allows you to pass.
Hey, how go the wedding plans, Howard?
5 hours last night at Macy's, registering for gifts. Looks like I'm finally gonna have that darling little earthenware asparagus dish I've always wanted.
We enter the dungeon.
You see a dragon.
Really? So we're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and we walk into a dungeon and see a dragon? Isn't that a little on the nose?
When you play Chutes and Ladders, do you complain about all the chutes and all the ladders?
Are you gonna eat that whole pie?
Who do I have in my life to watch my figure for?
That's pretty
Did
deep,
you
that.
watch Bridget Jones again?
He does love it, doesn't he?
Everybody's got someone.
Well, now that Howard's getting married, maybe he'll inflate one of his old girlfriends for you.
You're facing a fire-breathing dragon.
I don't know if I want to play anymore.
Because you don't have a girlfriend? Well, good lord. That becomes a reason not to play Dungeons and Dragons. This game's in serious trouble.
Now, I assume we use this same wax later on to neaten up each other's bikini regions.
Yeah, my bikini region is fine.
Who's shocked? I'm not. So, Bernadette, how's the wedding planning going?
We went cake tasting yesterday. Raj came along. He cried and ate half the samples.
We should set him up with someone.
Well, I met a really cute girl at work. She's married to a guy in one of our drug trials.
Well, hello, she's married.
Yeah, but her husband is in serious congestive heart failure. And a little birdie told me he's in the placebo group.
I'm conducting an experiment.
Dungeons and Dragons dice?
From here on in, I've decided to make all trivial decisions with a throw of the dice.
So, what's for dinner?
A side of corn succotash. Let's see what I'll be washing that succotash down with.
Alcoholic drink.
A pitcher of margaritas.
I knew it. I knew it.
Someone I want you to meet. This is my friend Emily. I know her from spin class. Raj, relax. She can't hear you. She's deaf.
I said that, a deaf girl.
Emily, this is our friend Raj.
Hi.
She says it's nice to meet you.
Does she really mean that, or was she saying it sarcastically?
Oh, she says she has to go back to her family, but Penny has her number if you want to text her and get together.
Maybe. Whatever, babe.
He'll text you.
Look at that. I have a date. I love America again.
Come on, hot fudge sundae. Come on, hot fudge sundae. Bam! That's what I'm talking about.
The thing is, right, well, first of all, if we go to Raj, see, again, you know, I sound like a parrot with the talking to the women thing, but, like, maybe this boosts his confidence. Maybe it's the fact that, like, you know, when a female's in front of him and he can always speak to him as fluently as all the other girls can, that it hits his confidence because he's scared that they'll say something that will hurt his feelings. You know what I mean? It's like, basically, people are scared to go up to somebody and ask them out on a date, whether you're male or female, because it's just the thought of going up and being rejected, then it'll knock your confidence down. But if you went and done that consistently on a daily basis, at the end of the day, you wouldn't care if you got accepted or rejected. Your confidence would be like, you know what I mean? You would be that okay with going over and just saying, shall we go out? And saying no, it would just be another no. You know what I mean? And like, what he needs to do is spend time in a female company where he's consistently talking and engaging without feeling insecure and knocked down. Do you know what I mean? And that way it will help him approach a different female, like Penny, then Amy, you know what I mean? And then move forward like that. So that's good. But also Sheldon rolling the dice and picking things off the menu. I actually think that that's a decent idea. There's somebody on TikTok, it's just a random guy, like you would never know them, but I've seen it before, where like, he basically, where he lives, he's got all the local takeaways, he's got every item on the menu, and he just spins a wheel. So like, every weekend, they'll go, where am I eating? Spin the wheel, I'm eating at this location. What am I having? Spins it, number 52, I'm eating that. Whether he likes it or not, he buys it. And I just think that is a pretty cool way to go around, you know. It's just exciting, keeps it fresh and new.
As soon as she gets here, so she knows I'm cool with it, I'm going to make a joke about her being deaf. Did you hear the one about... Oh no, I bet you didn't.
She says she's sorry she's late.
But tell her it doesn't matter. Tell her her eyes shimmer like opalescent lilies in the lake of the palace of the celestial maidens.
No, the sign for opalescent.
Spell it.
I don't know how to spell it.
But you're blowing this for me.
He likes your eyes. She says, thank you, you have nice eyes too.
Really? Ask her how many children she wants, and whatever number she says, say me too. Tell her I have a deep, sexy voice like James Earl Jones.
She don't know what he sounds like.
James Earl Jones sounds like.
Great, then she won't know I'm lying. I love music. Do you love music?
You really want to ask her that?
Oh, you're right. Everyone loves music.
You play an instrument.
No, but when I was 6 years old, I tried to start a boy band called Frankie Goes to Bollywood. But I couldn't get any other boys to join, so my parents asked the servants to be my backup dancers.
I think I wrote a letter to Santa Claus every day. And then on Christmas morning, under the tree is a little puppy with a red ribbon.
What are you doing?
I'm texting Bernadette that I'm gonna be late.
Dude, what is she saying?
It's a funny story about a puppy. Just smile and laugh.
It's a little hard to see with the city lights, but that W-shaped constellation is Cassiopeia, and she was the mother of Andromeda, who's over there.
She hopes she can see you again sometime.
Oh boy, help me out here. Does she want me to kiss her or not?
I speak sign language. I don't read minds.
I was so smooth on that date.
It might have been on your lips, but it was my kiss.
Fine, let's agree she kissed both of us.
I say fair play to Howard though for knowing sign language. That's pretty good, that, isn't it? You know, I wish they taught you more like that in school. You know, usually, but in the UK, you know, when you go to school, they just throw you in a class and it's like you either speak Spanish, French, or German. And you only study it for like 2 years as well. And honestly, it's like very basic. It's nothing in depth at all. And I couldn't tell you anything about any of the languages. Like, literally, that's how like basic it was. But something like sign language, I really do think that that's something that everybody should be able to get on board and get taught from a young age, because there is many people, deaf people in the world as well. But also, I would have thought that she would have been able to lip read, Raj. Especially deaf people, you would think that they'd be able to lip read it, make their life a whole lot easier. Like, because she'd need an interpreter to obviously tell her, and he needs one to tell him. To be honest, would it have been stranger than both sat there facing each other, texting to each other, than it would be having him there as the third wheel interpreter? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. But at least the benefit of having a phone is that they can talk all night openly and normally with each other constantly and get to know each other's personalities without Howard being there knowing everything that they're saying.
Mustache is looking good there, Sheldon.
And don't thank me, thank the dice. They told me what percentage of my face to shave. In the past few weeks, unburdened by trivial decisions, I've co-authored 2 papers in notable peer-reviewed journals, and I'm close to figuring out why the Large Hadron Collider has yet to isolate the Higgs boson particle.
Is Raj out with Emily again?
Yep, every night for the last month.
Wow. Can't
Every
believe he has a
night.
girlfriend.
Gave her a pair of diamond earrings and leased her a car.
Think she's taking advantage of him?
Oh, of course not. She wouldn't do something like that. She's deaf. Handicapped people are nice, Leonard. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, I actually have information about Raj that would be helpful with this discussion.
Could you tell us?
Let's see. Snake eyes. Sorry, bud.
Hang on, doubles. Roll again.
Okay, get this. It doesn't matter if he's showering her with gifts, because the Kuthrapalis are vastly wealthy. As you know, a few years ago, I achieved one of my lesser dreams and became a notary public. From time to time, I notarize banking documents for Raj. The Kuthrapalis aren't just rich. They're Richie Rich Rich. It's about halfway between Bruce Wayne and Scrooge McDuck.
The hell? The last time we went to the zoo, that son of a bitch made me buy him a churro.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be rude, but I need to go call Raj's sister, who I love so much.
What? You paid off her credit cards? I could have dated Raj for a couple months.
You'll excuse me, I have to
Stay.
stay right here.
I knew that he was going to say that. But the thing is, it's tough, isn't it? Like, when you're rich, you don't see money as kind of like an object, if that makes sense. So, like, paying off a car, getting a lease out, you know, paying credit cards, you know, a couple of grand here and there is literally nothing. And it's just like, you know, again, I don't watch the Sidemen or anything like that, but like obviously in the UK they're popular, they come up on TikTok and stuff, and there was a conversation with what's he called, Bazinga or something, and his girlfriend, and I think they have a podcast, and she was saying like, mate, just because you literally buy me loads of gifts doesn't mean that like they're thoughtful. You know, you'll go out and drop 10k on a holiday, and we'll be there for a couple of days, and it's like you literally just throw a car, or you do this or you do that, spend 10-15 grand here, and you just act like it's nothing because you've got so much money. Where it's like, I would rather you just handmade me a card or something, knowing that you've actually sat down and put your time and effort into something and made it personal. Because to you, money's money. You know, I think they even done an episode where they said, how much do you think milk is? And like KSI is like £10. And it's like, mate, like, how do you think milk is like £10? It's like 1. You know what I mean? Like, they have no, like, people who have loads of money have no perception of like how much it actually is worth, and they just pass it out willy-nilly like it's no problem at all.
You're engaged to my friend.
Hey, Bernadette doesn't mind where I get my motor running as long as I park in the right garage.
Oh, here she comes.
Smart. Whisper so the deaf chick can't hear you.
Can we talk to you about Raj? See, Raj is kind of naive. I mean, he hasn't dated a whole lot of women, and I'm concerned that without meaning to, you might be taking advantage of him.
Right. Are you a gold digger or not? Who the something do you think you are? You mind your own something business and go something yourself.
I'm so mad at you.
Okay, wait.
How dare you ambush my girlfriend at the gym?
We didn't mean for it to be an ambush. It's kind of impossible not to sneak up on deaf people. Right, what kind of relationship is it where you buy her gifts and she gives you sex?
The best one I've ever had. You and I had a crazy night together, and now you can't stand to see me with another woman.
Whoa.
Okay, I can't get mad at your feelings.
I don't have feelings.
Yeah, that's good. Keep telling yourself that.
He's cuter now that I know he's rich.
It's a real ruby. It was a little expensive, but no one can put a price on love.
Penny called us.
Penny?
She told us you're spending all our money on your new girlfriend. If you keep seeing this woman, you're cut off.
What? You're gonna make me choose between the woman I love and the money I have very strong feelings for? Well, I choose love.
Love doesn't last.
My parents are making me choose between money and you. No, I think we'll have to return the car. And the necklace, yeah, that too. But none of those things matter because we have something better. We have love. Oh, Penny, I hurt so bad.
I know.
Sometimes I put the TV on mute just to pretend she's still with me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I could make you feel better.
I'm heartbroken and you're hitting on me? Oh, cheesecake. You're just as good as a woman, even though I can't have sex with you.
Should I use the restroom or wait until we get home? Come on, Papa needs to void his bladder. Oh, that's not what you want to see after 3 buttermilks.
Thanks for dinner, buddy.
Yeah, real big of you.
Oh, and don't cheap out on the tip. We all know you're loaded now.
See, that's the thing, right? And I don't think that you should take advantage of your friends, but like, if you have way more money than them, you shouldn't. How can I say it? Like, if he's like rich, like Batman, super rich, 100 million family rich, like, and you know that your friends are literally on their ass. Somebody like basically Penny who's struggling, you know what I mean? She had to lend money off Sheldon to pay bills, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he should be offering to pay. I wouldn't say to pay things because everybody's the same. Like, why is it that everybody should go out and buy pizza and then like you pay more just because you earn more? That's the same way as taxes, you know. At the end of the day, I understand why people have to pay more. You know, if I earn 100 grand and you earn 10,000, you know, I should pay more tax than you do. But it's kind of, on the flip side, it's kind of unfair. You know, why should I also pay more tax when I've worked hard to get into my position and now I'm getting 40% took off me when you get 20? That's the UK anyway. I don't know. In the UK, standard get 20% tax. If you earn over 50,000, you get 40% tax. And it's like, it's crazy, really. The fact that, you know, like, you better yourself, you have to pay more. But, like, in these situations, you know, it is right. Their friends, I've seen in many of the shows, not have much money at all. And Raj just floats around and just chills with them. And you would think that he would chip in and help a little bit more, to be honest, considering the fact that he's just getting in a date and dating somebody for a month and he's getting a car and necklace and he's going all out balling. But at the end of the day, it's his finances. He can do what he wants. And if, you know, he wants to treat a woman the way he thinks she should be treated and all she wants is sex in return and it's the best kind of relationship that he said, then that's the way he spends it. You know what I mean? So, again, I actually like the fact that I feel like we're using Raj a little bit more this season, to be honest. And, you know, that's a big positive for me. I actually like his character. And I've always said that I don't think we utilise him enough. And I feel like his inability to speak does hinder his situations that he can be in. But I feel like this season, the way we've done it, so far anyway, I feel like he's engaged a lot in conversations and, you know, he's really hit it off well. So let's hope we continue with this Raj and involvement throughout the rest of the show. That is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. You know, it's interesting actually because a couple of episodes or maybe a season ago or something, Raj was saying that the perfect girl for him or something would be a deaf girl. And then obviously we've introduced it in today's episode. And I was saying that it could have been a good segue into confidence building. You know, giving him the ability to speak to them without feeling insecure and scared of what they might say to him back. And it's kind of upsetting, to be honest, that it only lasted like one episode. You know, I would have liked it to maybe prolong a little bit. You know, she could have dipped out here and there, you know, like Zach did, and keep her in it just a little bit because his character, and it's quite sad, to be honest, but like his character is mainly third wheeling / depressed character. It actually is. If you look at Raj's role consistently, it's always being Howard's sidekick, which is he's obviously third wheeling between his relationship with Bernadette now, / being depressed that he's on his own, everybody else is in relationships and he's single and he's lonely. And it is kind of sad when you look at it like that, because we do play on the jokes a lot and we do have a lot of scenes where he's obviously talking about this, and you know, it would be really nice for him to actually get in a relationship, but I just feel like it's one of the things like with Howard's mum where we're not going to see that he's not actually ever going to actually get in one. But to be fair, I never thought Sheldon was going to get in one, and he has done, and it's been really, really decent as well. And obviously in today's episode, he was rolling the dice to kind of, I don't know, make all his decisions for him, which I think's interesting. It's kind of like the film Yes Man, you know, where Jim Carrey, he can't say no to anything. So like every time somebody asks a question, he's just like yes, and he rocks with it. And it's basically like an interesting concept because it'll open you to new things, new scenarios, and, you know, environments, people, situations. And in this case for Sheldon, it's food. And the thing is, you don't have to do it for everything. So he was rolling it, should I go to the bathroom or not? That's not when you roll it. It's more like, you know, you roll the die, should I go play football or should I go play basketball? Should I have a burger or should I have a pizza? Do you know what I mean? Should I have a Coke or a Sprite or a Fanta? Do you know, is it tea or is it coffee? That's the situations that you do it. You don't let it dictate and overrule every decision. Just more when it's multiple choice and it's just like, should I do, should I this? You know what I mean? If you need a wee, you need to go to the toilet, you just go. You know what I mean? So that was interesting as well. But thought it was a pretty good episode. I've not minded the start to this season, to be honest. I've actually enjoyed it. Hopefully we can continue growing. I do feel like the episodes get better as well in all the seasons as we progress through, and I feel like this one, like I said, it started really well. So it's no complaints from me. I'm excited to see how we go. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.